Hey everyone, today's video is about when you have a nightmare. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. You wake up with a sharp gasp, your heart racing and breath shallow. Your sheets were tangled around your legs, a cold sweat clinging to your skin. The remnants of the nightmare linger like a dark fog in your mind, disturbing images and feelings that refuse to leave. It felt so real, and the fear, the sense of loss, the loneliness were all still haunting you. A soft groan comes from the other side of the bed. You glance over, and there he is, Bakugou, your fiery and passionate boyfriend. His skull was softened in rest, his hair mussed up, and he's breathing steady, but even his presence doesn't seem to calm the storm in your chest alone. You try to steady your breathing, but it's like the nightmare has its hold on you. You sit up, hugging your knees to your chest, your mind replaying the worst moments from the nightmare. In it, Bakugo had been hurt, gone, lost to something beyond your reach. Your hands tremble as you bury your face in your knees, trying to push the images away. You didn't want to wake him. He needs his rest. But you can't shake the overwhelming fear and panic. It feels like hours before you hear his voice, gruff and soft, pulling you from your thoughts. Oi, what the hell's going on? He groggily shifts in bed, eyes half open, as they scan the room before landing on you. You glance up at him, forcing a small smile. It's nothing, Katsuki. I'm fine. He doesn't buy it. His sharp eyes narrow, and he pushes himself up on one elbow, glancing at you with that familiar intensity. You sure about that? You look like you just saw a ghost. You look away, not wanting him to see the vulnerability in your eyes. The last thing that you want him is to worry, but the weight of the nightmare feels too heavy for you to keep for yourself. Well, I just had a nightmare. You admit, your voice barely above whisper. Bakugo's gaze softens, and he shifts in the bed, his movements slow but deliberate, as he sits up fully. A nightmare. His voice was laced with concern now. What happened? Your throat tightens, and you try to force the words out, not really wanting to think about it again. You weren't there. You stop yourself, realizing how irrational the words seem. You were gone. I couldn't find you. And, well, I couldn't save you. Bakugo's expression darkens at your words, his brows furrowing as he slowly reaches out for you. His hand rests gently on your shoulder, and he pulls you to him, enveloping you in the warmth of his embrace. Listen, idiot, he mutters, his voice surprisingly tender, despite the harshness of his usual demeanor. I'm right here, ain't I? He pulls back just enough to look you in the eye, his gaze fierce, but it's not angry, just protective. No damn nightmare is going to change that. You bury your face in his chest, feeling his heartbeat against you as you steady your breathing. The feeling of his arms around you was solid and real, and it's enough to pull you from the lingering darkness of the nightmare. I don't know what I'd do if I actually ever lost you. You whisper, your voice shaky. Bakugo lets out a soft sigh, his grip tightening on you slightly, as if to reassure you. You ain't ever gonna lose me. You think something like that could get rid of me? Hell no. I'll always be here, even if the world falls apart around us. You pull back just enough to look up at him, your eyes following his. Despite his tough exterior, you can see the vulnerability in his gaze. Promise? His lips curl into that signature smirk, but there's a softness behind it, something that's only you could ever see. I swear on my life. You better believe it. You nod, the panic finally starting to subside. Bakugou leans down, pressing a kiss to your forehead before pulling you back into his arms.
Now, just stop worrying, dumbass. Okay? I'm not going anywhere.
His voice was rough but comforting nonetheless, and you couldn't help but smile at the familiar reassurance. And so you closed your eyes, allowing yourself to sink into his warmth. Bakugo, as always, was the one to hold you together after everything that tore you apart. Thanks, Katsuki. He murmured, the exhaustion of the nightmare starting to fade as you relax against him.
Shut up and go get some sleep, loser.
He grumbles, although there's actually a trace of affection in his tone.
I'll still be here when you wake up. I told you I'm not going anywhere.
And with that, you let the darkness of the nightmare slip away, as the warmth of Bakugo's presence finally calms your harassing heart, knowing that no dream, no matter how terrifying, could ever change the reality of your bond. As the minutes tick by, the room grows still, and the sounds of Bakugo's steady breathing fill the silence. You feel your body start to relax, the lingering fear from the nightmare slowly dissipating in the comfort of his arms. You take a deep breath, inhaling the familiar scent of him, spicy, warm, and reassuring. There is no more room for panic, not when he's here. Eventually, you lift your head from his chest, your eyes heavy with sleep.
You good now?
He asks quietly. You nod, offering him a small tired smile. Yeah, I'm fine. Bakugo doesn't say anything more, but the way he holds you closer tells you all you need to know. He was not going anywhere, and so you curl up against him one more time, letting the warmth of his embrace lull you into a sense of safety. The room was dark, but it doesn't feel threatening anymore, not when he was right here, by your side, holding you closely. There's nothing but the sound of your breathing, slow and even, now as you start to fall back asleep. And before you fully succumb to the exhaustion, you hear his voice whisper,
Don't think this is the last time you're getting a nightmare, idiot. But next time, you're going to wake me up, got it? I don't care if I'm deeply asleep. I'll kick anyone's ass that tries to mess with you.
even in my nightmare?
Even in your nightmare.
Promise.
Yeah. Promise, whatever. Now shut up and sleep.
And with that, you finally let the darkness of the sleep take you fully, knowing that no nightmare, no matter how terrifying, could ever take you from Bakugo. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!